Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back. I'm not even sure what week we are on. I feel like we've been together for so long, which is awesome. But today and this week, we are just going to use this as a chance to review blending and segmenting because those are the two really important skills that we need to read words and we need to write words. So we're going to do 2 days of just reviewing blending and 2 days just reviewing writing or segmenting sounds and words. And then we'll have a whole nother week of reviewing of everything we've done. And then that will be it for this first round. And then as we move forward, things might look a little different and change a little bit as to how we do these lessons. So to start for today, I just want to review all of the things that we've talked about that we need to remember when we blend words or slide through the sounds. Now, the goal is to just be able to look at that word that's on the page right now and just know what this word is. That's the goal. That's what readers do. You look at a word, and because you've practiced sliding through the sound so many times, you remember that word, and that word becomes really a sight word for you because you know it by sight. So that's the ultimate goal. But this whole strategy that we've been teaching of sliding through the sounds and blending is to help you to have a little tool in your back pocket. So, as a reader, when you come to a word that you don't know, you can look at that and go, oh, but I have a strategy and I know how to use that strategy. So, I want to review the rules for blending first, and then we're going to practice it. Okay. So remember, we've talked about a lot of things. One strategy is we really need to pay attention to that first or beginning sound and get our mouth ready for that. There's something that happens with your brain that when you get your mouth ready for that first sound, it really makes sliding through the sound so much easier. So when I see this, I should start already going in my head, right? Because we know that P says so that's one skill or strategy we've practiced. We also have practiced the strategy of sliding and reading all the way to the end because a lot of times beginning readers like to guess what the word is just by looking at this first sound. And we know a lot of three-letter words that could start with a P. It could be popcorn, it could be pot, it could be pen. There's lots of things this word could be if I only look at the first sound. So as a reader, it's important that I read all the way to the end. I grab those sounds all the way through to the end. And the final thing, or probably shouldn't say the final thing, but the next thing, we've talked a lot about catching those vowels. Vowel sounds are tough. So it's really important that we know our vowel sounds. And we know that I says eh, eh. So I look at that and I know in my head that excuse me, this is where I probably have hiccups, that I says eh. So, knowing all of that, then it's time for us to start sliding through the word. We don't want to chunk our sounds. We want to keep our voice on the whole time because when we read through the word the whole time with our voice on, it helps our brain to put it all together to make a word. Right? Are you ready? So, we're going to try this word, and I want you to try it with me. So, get your voice ready for the first sound. We're going to slide all the way through to the end and don't turn your voice off. Ready? Egg. Egg. Pig. Yes, that is the word pig. Now, if you looked at that word and you knew it was pig already without even sliding through the sounds, good for you. And if you're not there yet, that's a-okay because that's why we're practicing these things. So here's what we're going to do today, friends. I have a slide, and our job is going to be to read these words sliding to the sounds, and then I'll just draw a line to the picture that it matches. But really, this is just kind of a fun thing to do to match the pictures. The most important part is reading these words, but it's good for us to slide through or to match. I will tell you, there is one word on here that I don't love that they use when we are sliding through the sounds because it doesn't really have the true vowel sound in it. But that's just Mrs. Rival being cranky and about blending. And eventually, or I shouldn't say eventually. And when we get to that word, I'll tell you which one it is. Okay. All right. Let's start with this first one at the top. Here we go. We're going to turn our voice on and we're going to slide to the sounds. Now, if you know this word without blending, say it loud and proud because that's the goal. Remember, it's to know the word without blending. But if you're not sure what the word is, that's when we pull out our strategy of blending. So let's slide to the sounds. Are you ready? Here we go. B, at, b, at. What's the word, friends? It's bat. Yes, bat. Now, there's two kinds of bats. There's a baseball bat, which I don't see a picture of that. But at the bottom, I see a picture of an animal bat. So we are going to draw a line from our bat all the way down to the picture bat. Great. All right. Here's our next one. Now, this is the one that Mrs. Riopel doesn't love. So I'm not going to practice stretching through the sounds because in this word, O does not say ah. We've been practicing ah, O says ah. And actually, when we stretch through this sound, because sometimes in our language, our letters do funny things, it actually says dog. So what's that word, friends? It's dog. I don't want to spend too much time on that because we're really trying to stretch and sound the word sounds out that we know. And O is kind of, it just in this word doesn't say ah, it says og. So I'm going to take that, and we all know where the dog picture is, and we'll go there with that. Perfect. All right, let's slide to the sounds on this one. Ready? Get your mouth ready for the first sound, and we read it all the way to the end. Here we go. Lip. Lip. What's the word? Lip. Yes, and there is a picture of a lip. So I am going to draw a line from lip to lip, and look at that. All right, we're moving on down. Here we go. Get your mouth ready for that first sound. I see the vowel E. E says eh. We're going to catch that sound. Are you ready? And remember, if you can say this word without stretching through the sounds, I just want you to say it out loud and proud because that's the goal, right? Here we go. At. Net. Woo, it moved on me. Oh no, it messed up my lines. Yeah, that's close enough. Ready? Let me get that gone. All right, sorry, friends. At. What's the word? Net. Yes, and there is a picture of a net at the top. Very good. So I'm going to just draw a line from that to that, and there's our word net. We have two more to do. Let's go to this one. Ready? Let's look at the vowel. U says U says Are you ready? Get your mouth ready for that first sound. If you know the word, say it loud and proud. If you don't have to stretch the sounds. Here we go. Oh, I have to stop clicking. That's what's happening. Ugh. Try it again. Ugh. What's the word, kiddos? Mug. Yes, mug is like another name for a coffee cup or a hot chocolate cup. And look at that. I see a picture right there that matches. So we are going to draw a line there. And we have one more that we're going to read, even though we only have one picture left. I bet you we can guess it. But let's catch that vowel sound. What does I say? I says eh. I says eh. Good. Ready? Get your mouth ready for the first sound, and we're going to slide through the sounds. D, ig, d, ig. What's the word? Dig. Yes, I had to dig a big hole. Oof, that's a lot of hard work. Digging holes in the ground. And there's our picture of someone digging. Good. So that's it for today, kiddos. You're going to have another activity on Seesaw, kind of like this, where you're reading the words and sliding through the sounds. Remember to think of all the things that we have talked about to help us be good readers. If you don't have to slide through the sounds and you just know the word, that's awesome. And then I don't want you to slide through the sounds. I want you just to read the word if you know it. That's it for today. I will see you tomorrow with more blending. Have a great night.